Speaking of doing business, or maybe in this case, not doing business, Hong Kong, it's a situation, dude. It's a real situation. G20 going on. People shaking hands. They're not shaking hands in Hong Kong right now.
No.
It's a big deal. And you may think, hey, Lou, this is a tech show. What you doing now? Hong Kong politics. This affects everything, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is right in the wheelhouse. Last time I was in China, how did I get there? I landed in Hong Kong. Hong Kong, proximity to Shenzhen, Hong Kong, connecting the West and the East historically for a very long time. The financial hub of the region for a very long time. What happens here politically impacts all trade, all flow of goods from the region to the West, where things end up lining up. People in Hong Kong not happy, and the potential consequences of their unhappiness and their willingness to continue to protest, global consequences at play here. Global outcomes. This is not exclusive to the region, which is the reason I keep looking at it. But because the potential outcomes as a consequence of this, massive, in my opinion. Things have escalated there to a point now where you got to pay attention. They got inside, the protesters got inside the government building, the main government building where they have the those places. Well, they sit around like a city hall type of deal, parliament type of deal.
Council building, official term. This is crazy. It would be like as if, imagine they got in the Washington, D.C. Parliament building and they started spraying graffiti on the walls. That's what they did. Look at this. This is wild. This is going on right now in the world. And they're not happy. They're not getting the answers they want. Now, the government is saying, hey, this is just a rogue group of protesters. This is just young people. This is not reflective. Most people are peaceful and so on. But they've been protesting for a while now. They are not happy. This handover, this extradition bill, there's a lot at play. And it appears to me that they're not, at least the people in the street, they're not satisfied with the relationship with China at the moment. Now, I'm far away. I am here, Will. I'm in Canada. You just said Canada Day. Shout out Canada. I can't speak from a personal perspective on the situation, the history, necessarily what the local tension is about. I'm not on the street. I'd love to be. Give me the gas mask, Will. You carry the camera. Let's go. We leave right now. We got nothing going on here, right? We gotta go report for the world. No, there's lots of reporting happening out there. The cops kind of backed off, man. The cops it was like, you do not enter this building. And then it's like quiet, and then they're in the building. Wait, what? Imagine that was a White House. I mean, maybe not the White House because the president lives there. Imagine it was a parliament building in Washington. Mm-hmm. When is the military backing off and letting them just have it? I don't think so. I don't think so, Will. No. So that says something about the commitment level of the policing. Again, I'm at a distance. I just see the footage. I'm not there. But it says something about where the police could line up on the political spectrum regarding the stance here, the independent Hong Kong stance, which is essentially what the protesters are about. They're raising flags of like a withered flower, the flower that's on the Hong Kong flag. Mm-hmm. That they're not happy. And at one point, there were like 2 million people marching in the streets.
I mean, it's crazy. Look at the graffiti. Will's showing the video right now. I mean, they got into the parliament, spray painted over all the symbols, the flag. They left their own flag. They got all the pictures of the parliament members in there. And, the chief executive, Carrie Lam, she's in charge. Well, supposedly in charge in Hong Kong. Obviously not that in charge. She held a press conference 4 a.m., outraged, distressed, but not exactly backing down to the whim of the protesters. I don't think they're backing down either. I'm telling you, global implications for what happens here. And I'll just paint a quick picture for you.
Let's say the protests continue. Let's say this group gets themselves a leader and they're like, no, we want to stay independent. We're not or be independent. I guess they're not technically independent right now. We want to be independent from China. China moves in with the military. What happens? What goes on here? What is the flex here? What does the globe say about it? Who gets defended? What right do the people have? How much volume do they need? How long do they have to protest for? How many buildings do they need to enter? How much graffiti needs to be placed? There's a lot of what ifs here. But like I said, got to talk about it. Major global implications. Major insight into the public perceptions in that part of the world. I'm telling you, Will, Shenzhen, we're in Shenzhen. The proximity is crazy. You're talking about like a hour drive from like the manufacturing hub that feeds the world the products they want. That's where Hong Kong is. And historically, that relationship has been relatively healthy, at least in recent history. The implications here for China specifically, and China's relationship with the rest of the world at play, playing into the whole trade situation, the whole G20 situation, and somehow making its way back to the products that you're interested in. This is a big deal.